Welcome to devlog number 1. My name is V Azrin, and it's been about a month since the last video. Now, this video is going to be a lot different compared to the first one. If you didn't watch devlog 0, I pretty much went over the overall vision of the game, the gameplay loop, the world of Celestara, and where the project is going. There are shorts on the channel if you want to catch up, but if not, let's just get straight into it. So one of the first things that I've been working on that I didn't mention in the previous video is getting AWS set up for dedicated servers and EOS or Epic Online Services to essentially handle the traversal between scenes. Now, for example, this would be like the lobby into champion select into the game. Now, Epic Online Services does offer quite a bit, and I do plan on implementing different features. And since it's free, it made sense that having it as the backbone of the online infrastructure was the right call. So moving on, getting into the actual game, I did hire somebody to work on the UI. What you're looking at right now is their work. Whether it's the finalized look, I'm not entirely sure yet, but it does look good for now. A lot of the elements are still being positioned correctly. Now, working with widgets are a new area for me. I've always worked with like the default stuff that widgets provides and never actually imported like any assets into them. So it's something I'm still learning. Now, moving on is the minimap. Players have their own icons, the movement is tracked, it updates in real time. The actual map image isn't finalized yet, which is why the icons are a little bit offset, but the system actually works. There's also a ping system running alongside it, which also shows up on the map. Right now, I only have the default ping. The others are implemented, but I just haven't added the actual UI. They also do show up on the map. For now, it shows up as a blue square because I haven't really worked on that. But eventually I'll end up polishing that up so it could actually look nice. Next is the shop. Not much has changed since the first video. I did add some filter categories. The overall layout though is still being reworked, so the look isn't final, but functionally it's moving in the right direction. Now, moving on to one of the most important parts, I believe, for games is the overall look for the game. I've been exploring different shaders, trying to find what the visual direction feels like. The game is looking a lot more vibrant right now. As you can see, I'll probably compare what it used to look like compared to now. I also want to move away from what people call the UE slop, which is essentially where Unreal Engine games end up looking the same. And that's like one of the bigger criticisms of the engine, and I want to make sure that Celestara doesn't fall into that. Although optimization is still the main priority, but I still do want to make sure that the overall look does look nice. Now, the next is the attack speed. Attack speed is now properly working. Previously, it was just in the attribute sitting there and doing nothing, but now it actually scales correctly, and the animation also speeds up with it. It's a small detail, but it's starting to feel a lot better. Announcements are also in and working. Blue for your team, not sure for the enemy team, but it's red for now. Soul altar captures, merchant spawning, merchant departing, soul threshold being reached, first blood, double kill, triple kill, etc. They're all being fired correctly and replicated properly based on the teams. Kill feed is also live as well. It shows the killer, the victim, right? It replicates across both clients. Color-coded damage numbers are also in. Magic damage has its own colors. Crits gets like a little outline, and heals show up green. It's a small detail, but I think it starts making the overall combat feel more alive. Another thing that I've been working on is the overall behavior of the NPCs or the jungle monsters, right? It properly aggroes when you enter its range, and it returns to its spawn point when you leave it. They can attack. For now, it's just like a jumping animation, but the damage is being properly replicated to the clients, and so that's pretty much what matters for right now. Eventually, I do plan on expanding it, right? Kind of giving a variety of different attacks, maybe some ranged attacks and all of that. But for now, this is what I have. Next is which I would consider the Soul Forge. Once you reach the soul capacity at the altar, you could go to the center channel at the soul forge. The core gets refined, the announcement fires, and then the soul core spawns. One of the things I haven't implemented yet is the keeper, pretty much like the escorting part. That's planned for like the next video, but the full sequence from farming souls right to triggering the objective is there. Now for the combat system, if you watched the previous devlog, I left this as an open question. The League of Legends style, where you need your mouse position to land abilities, or the RuneScape 3 style, where as long as you have a target in range, the ability fires automatically. I decided to go with like a hybrid approach. Some abilities will require positioning, while others will have like a soft lock to the target. And honestly, I think it will depend on the overall champion that you're playing. Certain champions are going to have a higher skill ceiling, harder to execute, more mechanical. Others will be more accessible, and the idea is that the mechanically skilled player should be able to carry a sloppy team on the right champion, but also game knowledge should carry you just as far. Now, neither path should be a dead end in like a ranked system, right? So if you're mechanically gifted, you should be able to climb through execution. And if you have strong game knowledge, like map control, soul altar management, right, team fight timing, that will like help you climb through like your decision making. Both are valid, both matter. So for the overall RS3 model or RS3 approach, Storm Spear has been converted from the League of Legends style over to the RS3 model. As long as you have a target locked and press the ability, it tracks, but it only locks on where the enemy was when you pressed it. So it provides a nice little counterplay to actually just dodging. That way the enemy can actually dodge it and it's not just like brainless. It does remove the aim requirement, which is kind of what I was aiming for. But yeah, for Aelia, obviously this is Aelia's kit. She's kind of going to be designed to sit like in the middle ground where some abilities are more mechanical and others are more accessible. I do believe she's going to be a good entry point for both type of players. It's kind of what I'm aiming for. Now the final thing that I finished up is the full scene traversal. The main menu, play button, lobby, EOS assigning teams randomly and balancing, ready up, champion select, locking your champion, loading screen, and then drop into the map. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So, what's next, right? Map blockout is the main priority right now. Right now it's just like a flat plane. I kind of want to start adding like the jungle zones, the rift areas, proper altar positions. The core is already at the center, so I'm not too worried about that. I also want to add like a base area where the shop is like kind of being restricted to that area only. Also, players can kind of regenerate there and teleport back. So that's something to look forward to. One thing I do want to be upfront though is that I am finishing up my final semester. Graduation is in 2 weeks, which means I'm going to be in my finals here in about a week from now. So I will be pretty busy, meaning that the next devlog might be a little lighter than this one, but I still will be building, in my free time. And worst case scenario, I just go over lore in devlog number 2. But yeah, that's devlog 1. Subscribe if you want to follow the build. Drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. And I'll see you in the next one.